Hello friend, welcome to Marine Engineering Hub. This is your narrator, Chief Engineer Ravi Gupta. Today we'll talk about vertical shaft removal. In today's video, we'll learn about what things we need to do when we remove the vertical shaft of a purifier. What are the difficulties we can face when overhauling a vertical shaft? And after that, we'll see what precaution we need to do when we do the vertical shaft overhauling. Friend, this is the series of purifier videos which I am making, and now we are coming to a part of vertical shaft. Before that, I've explained about the horizontal shaft, operating water chamber, and various things. If you want the purifier series video, you can see the description box. Friend, those who are watching Marine Engineering Hub video for the first time, I want to tell you, Marine Engineering is a platform where we make video like this which can be beneficial for MU Class 4, Class 2 and Class 1 exam. So please join our channel by subscribing it. Friend, if you are giving MU Class 4, Class 2 exam right now, I request you to join our channel. You can find a lot of video which can be beneficial for your examination purpose, and you can interact with me. So please join our channel. So let's start today's video of a vertical shaft removal. So as you know, as I've told you, that before the vertical shaft removal, we need to do three things. First thing is that we need to make sure that the bowl is removed. After that, the operating water chamber should be removed. And the third thing is the horizontal shaft. If you are doing overhauling of vertical shaft and horizontal shaft at once, at that time you have to remove the horizontal shaft. If you are doing the vertical shaft overhauling only, in that case you have to remove only the spiral gear. So this is the basically spiral gear here fitted. You need to remove the spiral gear, and if you are not removing the vertical shaft completely, then you have to remove the spiral gear and then you can take out the vertical shaft. So before doing the overhauling of vertical shaft, remove the bowl, remove the water supply discs, and then you remove the spiral gear. Then you are ready for a vertical shaft overhauling. After that, remove the water deflector, remove the casing, then remove the top bearing cover. After doing these three things, you can remove the flat disc and flat spring, and then you can pull out the vertical shaft out. So what we have done, we have removed bowl, we have removed operating water chamber, we have removed the spiral gear if you are not removing the horizontal shaft, and then we have removing the water deflector, then the bearing cover, and then the top bearing cover mounting we have to manually remove by nut, then the flat disc and the spring washer, and then we can pull out the vertical shaft. After pulling out the vertical shaft, you can remove this spring mounted bearing protection cover, which help to maintain proper alignment and absorb vibration during the desludging and sludging process. After that, from the bottom, you have to take out the spring and the ball along with the bush. So what we have done till now, so basically this is a vertical shaft. So we have removed the deflector, we have removed the cover and then the upper bearing part, and after that here the flat spring and the disc, and after that we have taken out the vertical shaft out. Then the vertical shaft bottom, we have the lower spring and one ball. This thing we need to take out. Now after taking out the vertical shaft, you need to put it on a bench vise. Now whenever you are putting on a bench vise, you have to put it in such a way that this worm gear don't get damaged. Whenever I am doing the overhauling, I normally cover this with a cloth to prevent any damage. After that, it should have a sufficient gap with the bench vise so that whenever we are doing any jacking and hammering here, it should not affect this gear. The first precaution you should take on this worm gear. After that, this is the top part of a vertical shaft. This is the bottom part of a vertical shaft. So first we'll do the bottom part overhauling and then we do the top part overhauling. Total there is three bearing in the vertical shaft. So first the bearing cover need to be removed by this jack arrangement. After removing this, you will find a spring here. You remove that. Now you have two bearing which is visible that you can jack up by jacking tool. Means you can see it, this is mounted on a bearing housing and this is jacking it up. Whenever you jack, make sure that the alignment is perfect. After that, these two will come out. This is the bearing and this is the bearing. Roller bearing is inside the bearing housing. This is the bearing housing, black one is the bearing housing and this one is the roller bearing. Now this roller bearing can be taken out by putting a pipe of this size and tapping it up, or you can just tap it with the chisel also. It depends upon you. So whenever you are tapping with a pipe, it is very easy, it can come easily, but when you are tapping with a chisel, make sure you don't damage this black part bearing housing. So like this you will tap and this roller bearing will come out. So it will come out and casing will separate it. Now we move to the top part. Means now bottom part is finished. Now we are seeing this top part. This top part black, this is also a bearing housing. So first what we do, we tap it with a mallet hammer and we remove the bearing housing of a top part. You see when we are tapping it up, this is a bearing and this is the bearing housing is getting separated. So now after tapping, this bearing housing is separated and this is the bearing. The bearing is basically locked by a lock screw. So we need to remove the locking and remove the flat spring. After that, with a pipe you can remove this bearing, or again you can use a chisel, but do it very cautiously. After that, your vertical shaft will be removed of all bearing, clean all the parts, and now if you want to install the bearing, you need to make sure that your bearing is sufficiently heated. So bearing heating can be done by three methods. One is recommended by the Mitsubishi, is that you dip it in the oil and after that you put it back. If you don't want to dip it in oil, then you can also put it on a cylinder head of a main engine for half an hour, 1 hour. It will be sufficiently hot and then you can put back. Or there is a bearing heater which is fitted, which is normally given on ship. You can use that and you can fit it. It depends upon you. Now to roller bearing can be fitted inside a bearing casing like this by putting in a wrench vise and compressing it. After that, this is the bottom part. In bottom part you put the collar and then you put the bearing housing and then you put the thrust collar and then you put the other bearing and then you put the washer and then you tap it, it will be covered like this. So on top part again same thing, you put the bearing, then put the flat spring, then put the lock and then put the bearing housing. So friend, if you have learned something from this video, then please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Friend, if you are watching the video till end, I guarantee that you take the membership, you will be benefited from that. Thank you friend, have a good day.